Hello people, I am Jaby KOAY, joined by DIAZ.
Hi.
We're gonna look at Selection Day official trailer. I've just realized that I've been saying DIAZ and you're like, no, don't say the M, because the M just gives it punch. Like DIAZ.
DIAZ.
As opposed to DIAZ. I'm here. Try not to take up too much space here. Okay. Anyway, Selection Day from Netflix. Let's check this out.
अपना सारा सामान भी नहीं लेके आया। मेरी साइंस बुक भी वहीं रह गई। मुंबई जाके स्कूल क्या करेंगे?
अपने बाप पे भरोसा रख।
और माँ?
आ जाए। अब से सारा का सारा फोकस सिलेक्शन डे पे होना चाहिए। वही दिन होगा जब तुम लोग स्टार बनोगे।
आयुष्यात कधीतरी मला या मैदानांवर सदा गावस्कर ब्रॅडमन शिकायचं.
Our old friend has lost his mind.
सबसे पहले तुम दोनों को किसी टॉप क्लब में डालना होगा। मेरे लड़के ना जब माँ की गोद में थे ना वहाँ से उठा के मैंने ट्रेनिंग दी उनको।
मैंने भी अपनी बिल्ली को वायलिन बजाने की ट्रेनिंग दी। पर इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं कि वो इंडियाज़ गॉट टैलेंट जीत जाएगी।
मुझे तो क्रिकेट पसंद भी नहीं है। मुझे तो यही चाहिए था ना।
मैं ये बोल रहा था कि ये पूरा का पूरा सिस्टम ही हमारे खिलाफ खड़ा है।
ये आज हमने जो कुछ भी सीखा वो हमारे प्लान का हिस्सा था।
हमारी फाउंडर्स स्कॉलरशिप भी ऑफर करना चाहते हैं।
टॉमी सर, ये वही कोच है।
हाँ, बहुत बड़े कोच, वही बहुत बड़े कोच।
एज अ सोसाइटी एक दूसरे पर भरोसा करना भूल गए। कैच मी।
What do your friends think about you coming to Weinberg?
We don't have any friend.
No distractions, only cricket.
तुम्हारी क्या कहानी है हिंदी मीडियम? गांव से यहाँ अपने सपने पूरे करने आए हो?
कितने रन्स?
आज भी हम लोगों ने बैटिंग नहीं की।
मैंने सोचा उनके तरीके हमारे काम आए।
सोचने के लिए नहीं पैदा किया था मैंने तुम्हें। अरे भरोसा करके ही तो दोनों लड़कों को तुझे सौंपा था और तुम इनको बर्बाद करने पे तुले हो।
माँ एक बार फोन तो कर ही सकती थी ना।
किया था। पापा ने कहा उनकी बात हुई है।
और तूने मान लिया।
क्या चाहिए?
बस मेरे भाई को नंबर में बैट्समैन बना दो।
क्योंकि टीम कभी एक प्लेयर से नहीं बनती। टीम तभी बनती है जब 11 प्लेयर हाथ में हाथ पकड़कर डटकर खड़े हैं।
Was there some... I gotta see this shot. This.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Good eye.
What's going on? What's going on? I didn't clock that the rest of the trailer.
I didn't clock it either.
So I'm like, whoa, hold on. What's going on here? So, anyway, this is exploring a lot that, you know, even your average boy, I think, goes through during that, what do you call it? It's this coming of age tale for both of these kids. And you're experiencing a lot of new things, emotionally, mentally. There's a lot of challenges being thrown your way that you're not used to. And it's almost like instant adulthood in a way. Even though you're not quite an adult, you're not quite a kid anymore, but there's this new level of expectation thrust upon you in a variety of ways that you're not necessarily mentally prepared for. Exploring that in depth is very interesting to me because it's a series, it's not a movie. And I really like that it's a series so that you can really get in there into the fine details of what it is to experience this. And I don't know that there is another Indian series out there that, not to the best of my recollection, I can't think of one that explores this like early teenage years. It looks like they're, you know, young teenagers, adolescent. That transition from adolescent into teenager, whatever that is. I haven't seen any other series from India exploring that. And to me, that's very interesting. I'm glad that this exists, and I hope that it's good.
I'm so glad that Netflix is putting this out. I'm a huge fan of foreign films, and the fact that this is a series is super exciting. I think just by seeing this trailer, the acting is amazing. And I love seeing, you know, foreign actors just really shine worldwide. I'm super excited. This story, obviously, I was really touched by just what I saw, so I think it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, very well could be.
Yeah.
You don't know unless you watch it, so watch it. For a while, Netflix has been accruing a lot of Indian films, like just just to put on their queue for people to watch. But lately, they've actually been producing original content for India. Sacred Games, if you guys haven't watched that yet, or Ghoul. 2 things that are actually worthwhile. This, I hope, is just as good, if not better. It's like these different genres that they're exploring, because Sacred Games was more of a crime drama, Ghoul was obviously horror, and this is coming of age. And cricket is a huge thing in India, so...
Yeah, and I want to see that little snippet, that mysterious little snippet that they inserted. I'm really interested in seeing how that develops.
Yeah. Deanna M. Diaz has some strange fetishes.
I just love a good romantic story.
Oh, do you now?
Yes.
Pervert. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I do like the story that's being told, and it being cricket should make this relatable for a lot of young people, because obviously, like, that's a thing. Over here, it's more the NBA and football that people aspire to become stars in and to become phenomenal athletes in. And here, it's like I can identify with this. That I feel like any one of us can. That aspiration to do more, to do something bigger. And here, it seems like there's also a conflict, because the main character, it seems, is that not actually interested in cricket. Or the main character, or one of the main characters. And it's this thing that they're doing because, almost like, this is going to be a strange comparison, but you have African Americans here in the country who end up having to go into sports because it's almost like it's expected of them. It's like either that or you go in the military, right?
Or it's a way to get to college.
It's a way, exactly. It's a way to get somewhere, because they're not going to give you an opportunity otherwise. So you have to take the sports route. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about that because he's an astrophysicist. They tried to push him, like growing up, his what do you call it, mentors, adults, they tried to push him towards sports, and he's like, no, I want to do astrophysics. And so here, you saw a glimmer of it a little bit, where, I don't know if, like, the shop where they're working on the bike, and whatever, like, I don't know if that's something that the character was, like, kind of gravitating towards, or if that was just a school thing. Right? It's hard to tell.
It looked like he was really passionate about, so I would say that that was his interest as opposed to cricket, like you were saying.
And then you have the dad who's kind of overbearing, who's like a soccer mom in a way. I mean, you get it, right? Like, you see where he's coming from, because he just really wants his kid to succeed and make a proud name for the family.
Exactly.
And I totally understand that. I like, it's easy to see where he's coming from, but it's consuming him so much, this passion for his child of living vicariously through his kid, that he's neglecting to see what his kid is seeing.
And what the consequences are for his kid, and what the kid has to go through emotionally, because his father is drilling him into this specific avenue, and exploring those storylines is really cool.
Well, it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, right?
Yeah.
Because he's obviously, like, not working for him. You sense this apprehension all the way through. He's having to leave his mom behind, and he's not able to, I mean, maybe it's just throwaway dialogue, but they included it in the trailer that he couldn't bring his science book, and he had to leave basically everything behind in order to pursue this thing that his dad wants him to do. That's hard. Like, that's crazy. You know, the sacrifice that he's being made to endure here. As a kid, it's like, it's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Because you want to make your parents proud, you want to do what your parents say, but you also have this voice inside you that says you want to do this.
Right.
And so there's a duality and there's a conflict.
My hope is that there's a shift slowly happening where in Asian communities, where they are recognizing that balance of offering something to your kid and also allowing them to kind of find themselves, because a lot of times in Asian communities, like historically at least, it's like this, the parents push this thing on their kid, and the kid is almost left without a choice. The only way I can relate to it is with Catholicism. My mom pushed Catholicism on me, and I didn't want to do it. And I got to the end of confirmation, where I was supposed to make a decision as to whether or not I wanted to keep going, and my mom was like, so you're gonna do it?
Me too, that happened to me.
It's almost like she had a gun to my head. I'm like, what am I guess so, you know, and then I just left when I was 19. What often happens with these things, I think, is if the kid is truly passionate, it's like it will persevere, and he will be burned out from this thing that was pushed on him eventually, and go back to the chop shop, making the bikes and stuff, or whatever it was he was doing. It was was it a bicycle?
It's a contraption of wheels, and I don't know, handled.
Some kind of newfandangled invention. You guys, I would love to hear your stories, your accounts, stuff that, your testimonials of things like this that have happened to you, if it's happened to you at all. And if it hasn't happened, man, your life is good. Email if you want to keep it anonymous to jabykoayfamily@gmail.com. I would love to hear your stories. Check out Deanna M. Diaz on the social media. She's there hanging out, waiting for y'all to say hello. Subscribe if you have not already. Check out our other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
Deanna Diaz.
Peace out.